We begin today's wrestling news and rumors video with a shocking bit of new information regarding R-Truth's status, with WWE following his surprise release announcement over the weekend that has got the entire wrestling community in an uproar. It didn't take long for fans to voice their displeasure with Triple H and WWE for releasing R-Truth, as chants of "We want truth" were already beginning to get very loud during last night's episode of Raw, which is only 2 days removed from R-Truth's public announcement of his WWE release on social media, so no doubt most fans are furious about this decision and not going to be letting this go anytime soon, so WWE should be expecting the "We want truth" chants to only get louder from here on out. Not to mention, it was also reported that many backstage in WWE were outraged and very upset by R-Truth getting released, so it's definitely not just fans who have been angry at Truth's firing. However, there is actually a shocking bit of news that was revealed regarding R-Truth earlier today, courtesy of former interim Raw general manager Jonathan Coachman on a recent episode of The Coach and Bro Show, with Coachman essentially revealing that a source close to the situation told him that WWE had made R-Truth a new contract offer, but one that was significantly lower than what he had been making, with Coachman revealing, quote, "I should put this out there, because I had somebody reach out to me, and reportedly, and I have not confirmed this, but reportedly they did offer R-Truth a contract that was far less money than what he was making, and he decided to turn that down. That's what somebody told me that's in the know. Now whether or not that's true, I'm not sure." Now, to be completely honest, if this report from Jonathan Coachman is in any way true or accurate, then the fans who have been making the claims over the past several months that TKO has been ruining WWE since they took over the company are beginning to have more strength or validity to their argument. Honestly, this wouldn't at all be surprising if this new report is true that WWE basically tried re-signing R-Truth, but to a lesser money contract, because it would almost seem too insane that WWE would cut ties with R-Truth right after he was having a major program on TV with undisputed champion John Cena, because no matter how this new TKO-led WWE feels about R-Truth as a performer, and whether or not they believe he brings value to the product, that just seems like a bad business decision to flat out release R-Truth. It actually seems a lot more likely that TKO would have tried to keep R-Truth in the company, considering how over he is with fans, but that they would try to get him to sign a contract for less money if WWE didn't feel like R-Truth was adding enough value to the current product to justify his salary. While exact numbers aren't known when it comes to any WWE superstar salary, it wouldn't be far-fetched to imagine that Truth, given his status as a wrestling veteran who's always been a company man, would have been making somewhere in the high six-figure to low seven-figure range each year in WWE. And if what we've been told is true regarding WWE's reasoning for releasing Truth, clearly they felt like Truth wasn't contributing enough to the product to have such a high salary, especially given his age. It's no wonder why R-Truth turned down this new contract offer, as that would honestly seem really disrespectful for the company that you've basically dedicated your life to and done everything that the company's ever asked for you to do, ridiculous or not, and knocked it out of the park each time, to come to you and say, "Hey, as a way to thank you for all your tireless contributions to the WWE, we want to offer you a new contract, but one for way less money." That would just seem like a slap in the face, and it's no wonder that R-Truth turned it down if this is true. What's even crazier is that R-Truth has been one of the top merch sellers for WWE lately, and just released the best-selling Ron Cena t-shirts, and this is how the company rewards him? Unbelievable, but not at all far-fetched with the direction WWE has been headed in under the new TKO ownership. Now, in your opinion, if you were in R-Truth's shoes, would you have decided to stay in WWE where you have the biggest reach and audience in wrestling, even if the new contract being offered to you was for significantly less money? Or would you have done what R-Truth seemingly did, which is turn down the contract? As well, where do you guys think R-Truth should go once he officially becomes a free agent? Now that TNA Wrestling is working closely with WWE, it's unclear if Truth would even be interested in working there, which leaves AEW as a possible next destination for him, but let us know how you guys would go about R-Truth's next move in wrestling down in the comments section below. But no doubt wherever Truth goes from here, there's going to be a lot of attention and buzz around it, probably way more than WWE ever expected. Now we have to send our best wishes to former WWE Champion AJ Styles for two reasons. The first is because of the fact that AJ Styles had celebrated his 48th birthday yesterday, so best wishes for that, but also because of the fact that it appears as though AJ Styles' WWE career is all but over, so best wishes for wherever Styles plans to go following his exit from WWE. Now perhaps we're jumping to conclusions when it comes to AJ Styles, but it's becoming more and more apparent that WWE creative essentially have nothing of importance for AJ Styles. When you look at what Styles has been doing lately, it's basically been nothing. He lost to Logan Paul at WrestleMania 41, and then was pinned on Raw last night by El Grande Americano in the Money in the Bank qualifying match. Obviously, WWE weren't going to have El Grande Americano pin CM Punk to advance to Money in the Bank, because Punk's a priority in WWE, but it's getting to the point where AJ Styles' booking is becoming a serious problem and concern. Finn Balor is honestly in a similar position to AJ Styles, losing matches continuously, but at least Finn has the Judgment Day stuff and we know creative have something big planned for Finn, likely taking that Intercontinental title off of Dominic Mysterio down the line. So despite all the losses, fans can at least rest assured knowing that WWE creative have something planned out for Finn Balor. The same cannot be said for AJ Styles, who has been doing nothing of importance since his return, and having Styles pinned in that fashion by El Grande Americano on his birthday sort of shows the state of AJ's career, and it's really not looking good at all. While it would have seemed pretty crazy to imagine WWE releasing AJ Styles a year ago, with the way things have been going lately when it comes to older talent, especially after R-Truth's release over the weekend, and AJ Styles clearly falls under that category at 48 years old, we really wouldn't be shocked if we're ultimately heading in the direction of AJ Styles departing WWE, whether he's released or he gets fed up to the point that he asks for his release and quits. The sad thing is that if AJ Styles is cut from WWE, it's unknown if he would even continue wrestling outside of WWE, as he's made it clear he's heading towards the end of his career, so it's a complete and utter shame that WWE are completely misusing and mistreating Styles on his way out, but it's almost to be expected with TKO at the helm of WWE nowadays. Now it appears as though WrestleMania 42, which was originally scheduled to take place in New Orleans, is almost a done deal to be taking place in Las Vegas, and if true, this would mean that WrestleMania would be taking place in Las Vegas 2 years in a row after just hosting Mania 41 this past April. Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer Live provided an update on the status of WrestleMania 42, revealing, quote, "As of today, they're still not confirmed for anywhere, but this morning they cleared several hurdles that were in the way of WWE going to WrestleMania in Las Vegas. Vegas is apparently making a lot of concessions to clear the way for WrestleMania in Vegas. I was told that as of today it is almost a done deal. One of the issues was an issue with the stadium. This is not going to be in the Sphere, it's looking like it would be in the stadium. Apparently there was an unannounced concert, but the concert was close enough to the planned date of WrestleMania that there was not going to be enough time to set up, and the concert was unwilling to move. And then apparently there was an issue with the convention center, which is where they were going to do all of their whatever it's called now, WWE World, etc., but there were some issues with the convention center as well. I'm not sure what hurdles were cleared, but several were this morning. So it's looking like probably very, very shortly, we're going to get the news that next year's WrestleMania is officially in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now let us know down in the comment section below if you guys would have liked WrestleMania 42 taking place in New Orleans like it was originally supposed to after The Rock announced it on SmackDown a few months back, or do you not mind the showcase of the Immortals emanating from Las Vegas 2 years in a row?